D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So, literally just finished the latest episode of Gotham Knights, and I'm happy to report that it's still a bad show. It's just not good. Even this one, I can't even praise Misha Collins or the girl that plays Duella like I normally would, because I don't even feel like they did a great job this episode. I just feel like everybody did a mediocre job at best, and which is disappointing. I just and this episode wasn't that great. I mean, I don't know what else to say. This show is not that great. I mean, there are times when there are things that are just okay, but I don't know, man. I really don't. Like, I just don't. If this got renewed over Superman and Lois, it's because it's really cheap to make, which I did a video about that, and you can check it out. I'll put it in the iCard section, but it's just bad. I don't know what else to say, man. I mean, like they tried to do the big reveal of Duella not being Joker's daughter, but really being Harvey Dent's daughter, and which that was in the comic. I'm trying to remember that whole storyline because I didn't really like that. She, like, at one point in time, she cuts her face off, and I think they did that. Did they do that in God? No, they did that in Batwoman. Yeah, that was bad. They did that bad. Yeah, it's just not good. It's just not. That whole storyline is not good. And Turner Hayes, what a horrible character. They keep on, like, saying Batman's son, and I'm all like, can we stop calling him Batman's son? I understand that you couldn't do maybe I understand. I don't know. They just couldn't do the Dick Grayson storyline, which I hate. But I'm all like, so you got this this AliExpress version of Dick Grayson, and it's so gross. I just don't like it. And then you have all these other characters that are from the comic books, but they're just done by bad actors. I'm just like, I'm just not good into this whole nonsense. And I just get away, you know? Um, yeah, and it's just, yeah, I just didn't like it. Okay. So why don't we go ahead, put my mask on, which probably costs more than this whole friggin' show, and do this breakdown for you guys. I'm going to try to wrap this up real quick because, man, ugh. But before I get started, though, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel, you guys. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm and messing stuff up, and small channels like mine, we're just going to keep getting pushed to the back of the line. So we got to support each other. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. And I just want to say also that, you know, if you could go to any small YouTuber, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, literally nothing. And it takes like no time whatsoever. Just click that subscribe button and maybe the notification bell. I don't know, whatever you plan on doing. Anyways, all right. So it starts off at Arkham Asylum, which was nice to see Arkham Asylum. I like this architecture of this building and everything. And so we go inside and we get Duella telling the story about how she was a little kid and some guard bought her a cupcake, and she's like, maybe it was the sugar high or whatever. But I went to go meet my dad, the Joker, and you hear him laugh and everything. And she can't see him because she's not tall enough. But he slips a card underneath the door, and she's like, oh, yeah, he gave me a gift. And yeah, she's got a nice set of hoodies. Look at that. That's nice. And she's all like, talking about her dad. And she's like, it's so weird that we're just together and all this stuff. And they're flooded with endorphins because they just did the hormone. They just made a hormone sandwich, you know what I'm saying? And so then it goes to the Gotham PD, where this Captain Sung, I think her name was. There was like an explosion of cards or whatnot, which we didn't see. But anyway, so she goes and she's walking, and he talks about how the what are their names? The Aces gang, not the Aces gang. The Royal Flush gang is still in prison. I was like, oh, that was a nice little reference to the Royal Flush gang, because I do like the Royal Flush gang from the comic books and everything, and they haven't really done it. They did it in live action in Arrow, but they didn't. I mean, they did it in a realistic way, but it wasn't that great. I wish they would have expanded on that a little bit more. But they won't, but it's fine. It's like, whatever. Okay, so then we've got Stephanie in here because you remember last time, and Harvey Dent's in there, and he's talking to her, and she knows about the Court of Owls, and she's ready to spill her guts about them and everything. She's like, "Oh, you got some information?" And so then back at the bell tower, he's exercising, she's eating cereal, everybody, and he's doing the hand claps and like whatever. His nipples are weird. Anyways, like they're huge. He's got some huge ass nipples. Anyways, I don't have big nipples. My nipples are like so small. Not that you care about that shit, but anyways, I love how they made a big deal about her in the first episode or whatever, second, whatever. I don't remember. They made a big deal about her. They're like, oh, you colored your hair blue, and I'm like, no, she didn't. She put in one of those My Little Pony clips from a doll, and that was all she did. I mean, get the hell out of here. Anyways, okay, sorry. And so, and Duella comes down, and then Turner Hayes comes out of the thing because they realize that they did the hibbity dibby, and she's like, "I rode the Batwing," and she's like, "Ew," and she's like, "Oh, it's so good. It was like so good. Like, look how happy I am." And he's all like, "You slept with Duella? Gross." And I'm like, "Nah, really. She's pretty. I mean, she's cute and everything. I mean, I'd hit it. Not this one though. She seems like a total biatch and everything." So he gets a call. I don't know what for. But then these two decide, since they're all like, she's like, oh, and she's like, I saved this bullet because I told myself once I met my dad, I was going to shoot him with it. And he's like, well, my dad killed your dad. And she's like, that's funny. He killed 3/4 of our parents. And I'm like, okay, this is fun. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I just don't like this whole lovesick thing that she's doing, maybe. But I mean, out of everybody, her and Misha Collins are the only ones bringing their acting game. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, I got a contact, you want to come meet him with me? And he's like, yeah, sure, and everything. And so she's doing her disguise thing, and they don't tell the others. And so then these two are sitting here chit-chatting. He's like, I gotta go. I need to meet somebody, but I'll be back. So then back at the hospital, this guy, Mr. Brown, Stephanie's dad, is meeting this guy to get more pills for his wife. And it's a setup because they then gets arrested. So then in comes this guy, and she's all like, oh my God, she's the leader of the court of owls. Help me, somebody help me, and everything. And he's all like, listen, your dad got arrested. You tell us where the kiddos are, and we'll let him go. And she's basically like, no, I'm not doing it. So then he goes to meet her, and I can't remember what these two talk about, but they do talk about the son of the Bat and the son of the Joker sleeping together. And I'm all like, ugh, this is all you people have to deal with. I'm like, and she's like, my mom's not wanting me to contact you and stuff. And so they're like, oh, they left. The two left. And then so they go to the Ace of Clubs, which that plays a part. I think it's somebody's club or whatnot. Anyways, okay. So then these two are just chilling out and drinking. And then she's like, my contact is here. And then she's all like, and she stabs this dude in the hand. She's like, maybe next time you'll know before you get fresh with a complete stranger. And she's like, she's like, Mom. And she's like, you got out. And she's like, yeah, from good behavior. And she's like, good behavior. And she's all like, who are you? And she's all like, I didn't know you're going to bring a boyfriend around. And she's like, we're not a boyfriend, girlfriend. And she didn't get out from good behavior. You find out the Court of Owls let her out. And then he's basically like, yeah, you're going to tell them what they need, what they want to hear. And she's like, no, I'm not. And he's all like, your mother, I can't take care of her. And she's like, you're not taking care of her. You're letting her, you're just feeding into her addiction and everything. So then she's like, hey, we're going to get out of here. And she's like, do you mind if my boyfriend comes along, Mom? And she's all like, what? And everything. So then she talks to this one. And she's all like, hey, you want to make some money? Help me with she's like, give me some drugs for these people. And then this guy who's a bad actor, he's all like, I brought the juice of the bean for you. And I'm all like, listen, this has gone a little too far, and your accent is so freaking bad. It's just bad. This kid's a bad actor. He needs to. Why can't these people just like take get an acting coach while they're on set and stuff. I mean, it's not that embarrassing to up your game. And he's like, you rookies could learn from this guy. And he's like, can we borrow a walkie-talkie? He's like, what's up with Brown over there? And he's all like, her dad got arrested and stuff. She just needs to give up the location of the fugitives and everything. So he's drinking. They're like, hey, she's like, we want to go with us. And he's like, not really. And then Harvey Dent comes in. And he's like, what are you doing here? Well, we gotta get out of here. So he's like, what are you doing? And then Turner Hayes passes out because he was drugged. And then she shoots him up with some drugs to make him pass out. And she's like, gotcha. And so then she's all like, I put him in a straitjacket because that's what he put me in. And she's like, I was in love with this dude and he sold me out and kind of thing. And then her mom is yelling at her and she's like, you ungrateful, biznatch and everything. She's like, weed. And then she comes in and she's all like, don't you dare talk to her. She's amazing and she's smart and she's beautiful and you don't deserve her for a daughter. And she's like, thanks for coming in. And she's like, hey, we need help. So then she's all like, she's basically like, all right. So Harvey Dent and I were having this love affair. And he's like, no, we weren't. And she's like, but you put me away to cover it up. This love affair of ours. And she's like, he would come around at night. It was like he was two different people. And he's talking about his double personality. He's like, it may have happened. He's like, listen, I wasn't, who I was. I had a problem with this double personality, but I'm able to control it right now. And she's all like, he's your real father. And he's like, it's possible that I am your dad. And so then she loads up the bullet, remember, from her necklace, and I'm like, that's fine playing into that whole thing. But I'm like, still at the same time, it's not enough to save this episode or this show. So these two go to the club. They're up in the club of aces and they start dancing together and getting all lesbianic and stuff. And they find Turner Hayes and they go to arrest him. And so they hack into shit with her phone. I'm all like, I don't think that's how it works, but whatever. What do I know? And so they get the cop that arrested him, and she's all like, oh, officer. That's the face of this episode because that's how bad this episode is. It's like, officer, I found those fugitives, and he's like, take me to them. And they shock him out or whatnot. They get Turner Hayes into the car, and then they get out of there. He's like, you better be glad I saved you. And he's all like, please don't do this. And she's all like, you ruined my life. And she ends up shooting him. She shoots him. And back at the bell tower, and he's all like, you don't understand how much I care for you. That's why I'm there for you, because I care about you. I love you. I want to have mad, love with you. But he's trans. Is that like, yay? I'm confused. I don't know. The culture is changing way too fast. I can't keep up. So then these two are sitting here talking, and she's all like, I dated the hottest guy in school because that's what my parents wanted, but he didn't make me feel anything. Not like, oh, look, they're blue, like the newest Little Mermaid, and on her poster for China. She's like, and how does it make you feel? What do you want to feel? And then they start scissoring. And then that's where the episode oh no, that's not where the episode ends. Sorry, I was wrong. So then she's all like, okay, you can have world's best mom or I love my kitty or some crap like that. And she's like, it doesn't matter. And she's all like, listen, you did the right thing. We're gonna get out of here. Some crap like that. I can't remember what they talk about. It doesn't matter. So then back at the hospital, she's all like, yeah, you were saved by this coin. He's like, oh, this coin saved my life? That's crazy. She's like, yeah, but you'd wish you'd be dead. And then it goes to the thing, and he's like, it's been discovered that Duella is Harvey Dent's daughter. And he's like, ah, crap. So then back at this place, he's all like, yeah, see, his nipples are small. He's all like, my wife had the talent stab me. And she's like, well, if you had done what I want, I had to get you as far away from the court of owls as possible. So she's all like, listen to her phone. And he's all like, hey, it's me, Harvey. He's like, you have to get away from your husband. I'm still trying to protect you. I still want to protect you. And she's all like, look at all the things are falling into order because I'm such a mad mastermind. The women who run the world, girls and everything. And you're all like, I'm like, there's like over 200 countries on the planet. you know, and most of them are ran by men. So do girls really run the world? Girl power, lady, snap. So that's where the episode ended. And me, I'm just like, this episode sucked. And the show is not good. I mean, like, oh, it better not get renewed over Superman and Lois. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know, man. I just don't know how to feel about. I mean, I do know how to feel about this. I just don't like it. I mean, it's sometimes like there are things like the girl that I need to take this off. It's hurting my nose. The girl that plays Duella is decent. And Misha Collins is good. I like Misha Collins for the most part, but other than that, the show is just trash. I mean, we like, but you know, whatever. What do I know about these things? I'm gonna end it there just because I've already taken up too much of your time and wasted too much time on this show. Don't watch it. Hopefully it gets canceled so we don't have to ruin our lives anymore. All right, tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me what you think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next Gotham Knights breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.